Good afternoon, evening, morning. What time is it actually? It's 10 to 12. And it is Wednesday? Yeah, got that right. It's Wednesday afternoon, or midday, or whatever you want to call it. Today is not very high-flying, action-filled, crazy, wild day. Today is a very simple day because the good news is this: I'm a bit ahead of schedule with this week's song, and I kind of thought that I'd be still working on it today, but I listened back this morning and once again I was faced with the simple is sometimes better thing, and I'm kind of liking what I'm hearing there. So that's really cool. So it's done. At least I think so. It's always the case, you know, the self-doubt keeps on creeping in and you just have to get it out there. I think that's one of the signs of somebody who might just end up being successful and who might not be, is your willingness to put the stuff out there, even with the risk that it might not be always ready. If you're one of those that you keep on tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it until it's perfect, you're never gonna get anything out. And let's face it, if you want to have some sort of following, you want to have people supporting you, you have to give them something. And this is something people don't understand. They just think like, oh, I'm just going to do the best album of all time, known to mankind, and that's it. Your fans want a lot more than that. Of course they're cheering on you, want your album to be as good as possible, but they want consistently new stuff. Nobody lives out of one album these days. Nobody lives even out of albums these days, barely. So yeah, I think that's a very important part of like kind of just get your stuff out there. Consistently just create stuff, throw it out there, and in the process you will get better at it. Right, that's not what I actually came here to talk about. I came here to talk about something completely different. As I promised, I'm working on a new pedal board. So let's look at a couple of options here. I have a couple of old pedal boards here, or cases for pedal boards. I have the Boss BC6, which has pretty much nothing in it. Actually, it also has a couple of pedals with it, which is, by the way, an excellent pedal board. When I first was looking into buying this, I was kind of very doubtful about how strong it is, whether the locks will break, will it hold, it's made of plastic, how does that work? It's very durable, it's very strong. It's almost like Boss pedals, almost nearly impossible to break. I've seen people lose their locks, but I mean, I put this through some pretty horrendous time, and it's traveled with me around Europe several times. Back of the van, in and out of the van. It's done literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gigs with me in a porterhouse. It's a great pedal board, and it's not just Boss pedals. It works with pretty much any pedal you come across. The old Big Muff was a bit difficult. I had to take the bottom plate out of it to fit it in here, but apart from that, every other pedal went in, no problem. The problem why I'm hesitant to use this right now is that it's a little bit bigger than what I need. At least I think so. At the moment I'm trying to keep the pedal board as simple as possible, as minimalistic as possible. I know that hardly ever works and I end up squeezing stuff into it, but we'll see. So yeah, this is nice, but we're gonna enter it out. But there's something here. This pedal creates so much debate straight away as I bring this into distortion. The Boss DS1, these are dirt cheap, 55 euros in X Music at the moment, brand new. What can I say? They sound like horse manure. Sound awful. I think they sound absolutely awful. But with the tiny modification, you can make them sound brilliant. Now we're maybe gonna be doing one of those modifications soon. I'm gonna give a lend of this to Brian. We can try it if he likes it. We might be doing one modification. If we do, I'm definitely gonna be vlogging about the modification, show you exactly how I do it. Really good pedal after that. Here's another pedal that I love that causes so much problems. That people say like, oh, this is horrible. Pedal zone. This goes back to my punk rock days. This pedal was the closest to getting kind of a really punchy, heavy bottom end distortion. I'm not talking about like really mushy, like really hard, like loads of distortion. I'm talking like even lower level distortion. You still got a lot more bottom end into it, which I really liked. Brian is kind of looking for something for what he was explaining that sounded like that. So I'm going to give him a lane of this as well. See what he thinks of it. I think it's very underrated pedal. I like it a lot. The thing about Boss pedals is this: they're very, very durable. They take a lot of abuse, and when you're on the road, they're probably the easiest pedal to replace. If something goes wrong, pretty much every big major city has a shop that has Boss pedals, and a big selection of them. You can go and replace them. That becomes very vital in the long tours and when you do a lot of traveling. Link leads. Then I bought this one from Adverts a while back. Stag. You have the company there. This one is very old school pedal board. It just has a lid that comes off. The hinges come off so you can lift it out. This part is completely removed, and what you're left with is it's just a board. Getting rid of this. It's a really cool pedal. Kind of wah-wah pedal that you can program a lot of stuff. Underestimated pedal very much so. Have different loads of different wah settings, but I don't really use wah-wah pedal that much. What it has is the Univibe, which is kind of waveforms that you can control the speed of with this. That one I loved. It's just too big. It doesn't even fit into this pedal board properly, so that's why it has to go. This is Behringer Ultra DI. As you can see, it's had quite a few miles. You can hardly see anything out of it. Served me well. It's not the greatest DI in the world, but I think I paid 20-25 quid for it. It still works perfectly. It hasn't broken down. Echo head delay. I'm gonna have to check if this works. If it works, I might. So what we're left with is this platform. Not a bit manky, but that's the way pedal boards are. There's hay from the fields from Italy to Czech Republic to Austria to Germany. All sorts of festivals. Muck. Belgium. It's been all around the place. Served me well again. It's reasonably light case as well. No, it's not probably, I don't think it would be the most robust case in the world, but it does the job reasonably well. So, look at this baby. My TU2 tuner. It's so dirty, worn out, battered, bruised, and it's a true testament to Boss pedal. It still works perfectly. It never lets me down. It never hesitates. Like, it just kicks in. Like some tuners, it takes a while before it kicks in. Always works. Another beauty of this pedal is it has output and bypass. What you can do is you can put the signal in here, and you can split the signal. That's the functionality I'm looking for here. The output, when your pedal is engaged, and you can mute it. The bypass, it goes through it all the time. This would be the first pedal in the board, definitely. What else do we gonna have in the board? We are going to have, obviously, Terra Echo. Yes, it's an acoustic pedal board, but the DS1 is going on it because I just love it. Besides, we need a bit of colour, don't we? And then I got a blend of volume pedal. The only problem is I think this is going to be too big for my pedal board once again. This is massive. It's way too big. Look at this. Way too big. Damn it. I really wanted that to be perfect size. Well, it will give me the chance of now try this pedal board out. So this is basically what it's going to look like. The signal is going to come here. It's going to be split into two. The output is going to go directly to the amp. It's going to be a clean signal on one channel of the amp. The bypass is going to go into the volume pedal, and then I'm going to control the signal going to the effects with the volume pedal. How much of it or none of it or little of it I want. It's going to go into DS1, which sometimes is going to work like a distortion under the clean signal as well. And then we have the Terra Echo, which I assume will be mostly using for kind of, you know, the synth sounds and the stuff that I did in the previous vlog there a couple of days ago when I was testing it out. It's pretty cool pedal. I'm liking it a lot, I have to say now. I'm very positively surprised about it. So this is where we're now. I'm going to try it as it is. The rest of these pedals has to be velcroed into this thing. I have a little bit of velcro here. This is not strong enough, this stuff. I'm going to have to get the industrial strength hardcore stuff so these pedals won't move anywhere. Volume pedal is going to stay loose because it won't fit in the case at the moment. Cool, that's the plan. Sorry for a long explanation, but I want to keep you in the loop how this is going. Pedal board build day 2. We'll get there soon.
I made my mistakes, can't take them away. Let me be a better man. Let me be a better man. Let me be a better man. Set me free. Hold my hand. There we go, what do you think?
When I started singing that song, those hail stalls again, and by the time I finished with the song, the sunny blue sky there again. I keep on saying it, but this weather is just crazy.
I made my mistakes, can't take them away.